Hello, everyone. It's good to have you with us. My name is Kevin. I'm one of Mark's volunteers. I help him with some of his social media efforts as well as uh, his laptop in terms of updates and so forth. I'm happy to be joined by Mark himself, Mark Charrington from the Coalition for Justice and Human Rights, to talk about one of the situations in which he's been a part of, a mom and her 3-year-old toddler, and it sounds like a service dog as well, in terms of what happened there, and he to kind of spell that out and give people a sense of that situation. So thank you for joining us, Mark. We appreciate
Oh,
you
thanks.
taking the time.
Yeah, thanks. And don't mind my hands. I've got two cats I'm trying to amuse while I'm doing this. So yeah, so
Absolutely, yeah.
okay.
Little bit of background entertainment, some
Yeah.
odd noises, but I'm sure we can
Yeah.
live with that. Tell us about this mom, her 3-year-old toddler, and and the service dog. What's going on?
It's a young mom with a 3-year-old, and the child has some disabilities. So I wouldn't really call it a service dog per se, other than it's a note from the doctor saying that this dog is really important to this 3-year-old's life and is a very calming influence on this 3-year-old's life. So it's important that this dog be able to attend,
So
be around this 3-year-old. So that in itself, when you're homeless with a 3-year-old and a dog, it's normal programs and shelters like Wind House, Lorena House, Safe Place aren't available. So because many of these places, no pets are allowed, and because it's not a registered service dog, but a service dog in the sense that it's a
basically, emotional support animal, right?
yeah, that's the best way to put it. So it
So
allowed, so she and her service dog and her 3-year-old were, because they're homeless and can't access some of the normal resources that people can, women can when they're homeless. They were being placed in a hotel room by income support and had been for a long time. But when you're placed in when income support and the taxpayers are paying for your motel room or hotel room, they start putting some expectations on people. And sometimes it's good. And sometimes it's just people can't do them and it's onerous. And this became a situation where, at least from income support's perspective, they were becoming very frustrated, and finally they just ended up cutting them off. And when that happened, I had to do something that I've never had to do before in my 30 some years in this field. Is I had to phone children's services and report a child in need of protection because this mom was going to um, and had gone on the streets, had left the hotel room and was on the streets with a 3-year-old. And we're setting up camp in a grove of trees, and that's just not acceptable, and that's not an option when you have children.
well, as,
So,
as you said, that puts the child in danger, right?
oh yeah, it puts the child in imminent harm. And in Alberta, if you're aware of a child that's in imminent harm, you are required by law to report that to either 911 or the police or children's services. And so I called children's services, and as I was lawfully had to do, and involve that system, which isn't ideal, but at least the child was safe, made to be safe. And so I'm working on that. It's a very complex issue. There's a lot of emotion involved. It's something that is never black or white or right or wrong or good or evil. It's always a big stain of mixed up in betweens, and so it involves a lot of capacity and negotiating and advocacy and nuances and compromises from all parties. Kudos to income support and for children's services to working with the mom and myself and the coalition and trying to help this 3-year-old and this pet and this mom.
She reached out to you. Income support cut off funding. That, to my understanding, when she and the toddler were out on the street, are they still in that hotel room, that motel room?
Nope, nope. So what's happened is children's service. They were reinstated the hotel room with a time frame, and income support informed children's services the second time that the room wouldn't be extended beyond this time and date. And child welfare was in the parking lot and apprehended the baby. And my biggest grief with income support in the past is that they've tried to expunge families out of these motel rooms without understanding the consequences and the obligations they have when they're dealing with children. Cutting funding off of any parent and putting children on the street. Do I agree with that decision? No. Can I stop them from doing that? Usually. But when I can't, income support still has an obligation then to call children's services and make sure that children's services is aware of the situation so that child is safe.
The child was apprehended by Children's Services, and I
He's
gather
in a
is
foster home now.
how's mom doing?
Oh, it's really rough. Mom is now homeless, and of course, doesn't get her child tax support benefits, doesn't get enhanced funding for her and her child. And because she's homeless, she doesn't get funding because she's not capped up in funding because she doesn't have to pay the rent or anything. So she's fallen down a dark hole, and hopefully when I do this again, and maybe if we brush up on this topic, some things will get brighter. She has court tomorrow in family court because her child's been apprehended. She's been given notice, and she's going to get a lawyer through legal aid and try to get her child back.
All right. Thanks, Mark, for sharing that story with us, and we will absolutely wait to hear an update in terms of what you learn and how you might be involved going forward with this. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for this episode of the Mark Charrington podcast. And again, you don't have to absorb everything. Some of these topics can get kind of intense, so feel free to listen or to pause or what have you, or even look at Mark's social media posts and whatnot to get better understanding. And the best way that you can help, no matter what Mark is talking about or who he's helping or when, is to donate. So go to markcharrington.ca. That'll be linked to on the social media. That's linked to everything he does online, the YouTube channel, Substack, you name it. And from there, there's a direct link to donate.
Yeah.
So thanks everyone for watching and listening, and we'll see you next time.